Greetings and salutations, old chap. Welcome to a new video. Okay, you don't like that one? Okay. Hi there, laddie. Welcome to a new Spyro 2 part. No. Top of the Monday to you! Okay, I'm gonna stop. Greetings and salutations. This is Techrodon here with the final video for Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. And I got a lot of energy today, if you cannot tell already. I am psyched to finish this Let's Play, because you know what that means. Do you know what's coming? You don't know what's coming after this. But I'm psyched, because I got 2 more Let's Plays. 2 more Let's Plays coming, cooking up. I'm cooking them up, chefing them. Talking about a fancy steak dinner with a side of broccoli, potatoes, you know, like that good shit with a with a glass of sweet tea with a lemon in it. Okay, fine, I'll just say it. I'm doing Batman Arkham Asylum, and if things go right, I'm doing Assassin's Creed 2. The original plan was to do Dead Space Remake, but partway through the game, I kind of just decided I want to save it. I wasn't really in the mood to play that kind of game at the moment. It's not that I didn't like the game or anything like that. I was just in a mood for a different type of game, and Arkham Asylum, and which I already owned before recently. I've owned Arkham Asylum for years, but Batman Arkham Asylum and Assassin's Creed 2 both turned out to be the kind of games I want to play right now. So I'm actually having a blast with Assassin's Creed 2 currently. All the parts for Arkham Asylum are already recorded, but I'm going to be doing like a bunch of videos today, like video commentaries, the day I'm doing this. So we're going to speed things up. I'm still going to be doing 4 videos a week. This video is actually being recorded late, which is why I have to do a bunch of videos today, because this video is supposed to go the day after I'm doing the commentary. It's supposed to go up the day after, and then the video after this is supposed to go up 2 days after that, and then I have to do 4 videos for the next week. So I'm at least doing 6 videos today. I'm probably not going to push myself beyond that point. Probably not. But I have the free time, so we're going to be doing it. We're going to be doing it. Going to be playing catch up here. But yeah. The ox is what now? I thought this man just said this ox is very Boro, but then I reread what he said. I was about to say, what the fuck? That makes no sense. Sir, I do not appreciate your bombs, sir. No, you. No, you. You don't fuck with Spyro, bitch. You gonna eat your own bombs, bitch. Oh, I'm just having fun today. I know I might sound like a lunatic because of how much energy I got, but who the fuck cares? That makes the video entertaining. Whatever. This ox think he's slick. This ox think he's slick. Boy, if you don't take them bombs back, you don't want no problem with me. You don't want no problem with me. You don't want no problem with me. This is a day, no man. I don't know the lyrics, I'm sorry. I just know like the sounds of it. I don't know the lyrics, but that's a good song. That's a good song. Sir, no, sir, no, sir, no, sir. I gotta chill. I gotta bloody chill. I'm just too hyper this video, which is, it's good though, because I'm gonna end up doing 6 videos, so this hyperness will be toned down really fast. But whatever. Okay, let's grab that. Grab that. Grab that. Grab that. Grab that. Yes, sir. We're gonna grab that. Yeehaw! Now that right there. That right there, you just got slammed down on. Welcome back to Yeehaw Let's Plays. Today we are gonna be launching off little bottles into the air, and we're gonna be breathing fire on shits and slamming this here damn thing down. And this sir over here with the gun, yeah, he's gonna be no problem. He's gonna be no problem. What entire nation? Okay, I'll stop. Really nice. Okay, well, the thing is, I could do a pretty convincing, like, over-exaggerated southern accent. It's just that time I was purposely making it bad. Just because it's fun. I am from the South, but, like, we don't actually talk like that. At least not in the general area I live in. I've never met anybody who actually talks like that. But then again, I don't live in the country. I've always lived in the city or in suburbs, and right now I don't live in a very nice area at all, but I'm still not in the country, so yeah. I ain't gonna give details on shit. It's my personal business. It's my business, so don't take it personal. That's actually a really good. It's an underrated song too. I hate that the Iron Way by T-Pain should have been an album. It legitimately should have been an album because it was good enough to be one. So was Stoic. It sucks that those are both just mixtapes because they got songs on them that are absolute bangers, and because they weren't released as albums, a lot of people who are fans of T-Pain already, or would have became fans of T-Pain if they heard the album, never heard the songs. Like, Personal Business from the Iron Way is a pretty good song. It's your business, so don't take it personal. If you don't have my best interest, then you'll be the first to know. Nah, 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 oh. I can see them all talking, sounding like a broken record. It's the same old thing. I don't sweat the motherfuckers, I just keep it 100, do the same old thing. It's a good song. There's also a song from Stoic that's like, there's 2 songs from Stoic that's absolute bangers. If you don't know, Stoic was a 2012 mixtape by T-Pain. But the 2 songs I'm talking about, there's actually a bunch of bangers on that, but I'm gonna single out 2 songs, and that's Hole in My Pocket and I think the song is called I Might Have to Go. I don't know if that was the name or not. But I'm going to start with Hole in My Pocket. Hole in My Pocket just has some really good rap verses by feature artists. And then, like, the chorus is like, you know, that there's a hole in my pocket where my money should go. Like, you know, that old song, like, it's basically like a retake on that. And it's a really good, like, vibey chorus, and I just love it. There's a hole in my pocket where my money should go. There's only 25 cents of 100, I know. And I had so much money before, but now there's a hole in my pocket where my money should go. It's a good song. It's got like a really good beat. It's actually one of my favorite beats from any T-Pain song because it's such a vibey beat. Like, I just love it. It's got like that classic hip hop vibe. When I say classic, I'm talking about like 90s hip hop kind of. It has kind of that kind of vibe to it, but it sounds like more modernish because it's got a T-Pain hook and like more clarity in the vocals because it's more modern technology being used to record it. Oh, hi, Ripto. We're going to talk over this cutscene, so you're just going to have to deal with it because I wasn't done speaking about this. The other song is I Might Have to Go, which I think is the name, but I'm not sure. But it's featuring an artist I forget the name of, but his singing is really good. But the chorus kind of goes like,
What? You again? Yep.
she says my waist was too hard. Should've let you know I might have to go away. You can't live with this part. Sooner than you know, I might have to go away. Don't really wanna go, but I just can't lie no more. It's not right. Yeah, she said my waist was too hard. Should've let you know, I might have to go away. It's a really good song. It's like a good like R&B vibey song. It definitely sounds like a T-Pain song for 2012, like that era T-Pain. Like it definitely sounds like something that was like might have been cut from Revolver and saved for Stoic. Like it sounds like it could have been on Revolver. And Revolver's not one of T-Pain's strongest albums, but it was still a good album, you know. The only T-Pain album I never go back to is Oblivion. And that's because there's a lot, like, Oblivion's got some bangers. I ain't gonna lie and say there ain't a good song on it. Oblivion, like, any album by T-Pain is always gonna have a banger too. But Oblivion has some bangers. But it also, like, sounds like it's trying too hard to be modern on a lot of it. And honestly, I don't think that's T-Pain's fault. I think that's what the record company wanted him to do, because it doesn't sound like anything else T-Pain has done, especially stuff T-Pain had creative freedom over. Like it doesn't sound like T-Pain tracks for most of it. It sounds like a track they just had T-Pain do the vocals for, but he didn't like have any decision on what it was about or anything like that. There's a few tracks that do feel like T-Pain tracks, obviously, like especially the good tracks on Oblivion. Like there's a song on there called Second Chance, which definitely to me feels like a T-Pain song. Like it feels like a song that was meant for T-Pain to sing, you know, like definitely feels like it. We all deserve a second chance. CC from DC is another banger, and it definitely sounds like it was a T-Pain song. Like I don't think anybody else could have sung it. Her name was CC from DC. She knows how to go dance. When I see her, she sees me. We kinda got a little romance. I don't know about y'all, but she be doing a thing on me. And every night in the club, I'ma see. I'ma be. I messed it up, but whatever. Like there's only like 4 or 5 good tracks on Oblivion. And when I say good tracks, I mean there are also double biggest tracks that sound like a T-Pain song. But there are more on there that sound like T-Pain songs. It's not like the whole album doesn't like sounds like stuff he was forced to talk about or make. But like half of it doesn't feel like T-Pain stuff. It feels like stuff they told him to make to appeal to like broader audiences or something, you know? It feels corporate. It feels fake, you know? It feels like a song Lil Pump. Well, Lil Pump can't sing, but you know, like it feels like a song an artist like Lil Pump would have made just with better writing and better vocals. You know, that's what half of Oblivion feels like to me. And Oblivion isn't necessarily a bad album. It's just the worst T-Pain album, in my personal opinion. T-Pain, alongside Kendrick Lamar, are my top 2 favorite artists of all time. So I do have like a bit of a strong opinion on this. And if I had to like rank every T-Pain album, number 1 is One Up. One Up is banger after banger after banger. And it is the most T-Pain album T-Pain has ever put out. Epiphany comes next, which And like, which is kind of, I do have some bias for Epiphany and One Up because they're like, they're the T-Pain albums I could listen to like on a daily basis and I wouldn't get sick of. I don't listen to them on a daily basis, but I could, you know. I do have some bias for both of them though, especially because Epiphany, like most of the T-Pain songs I grew up with were either DJ Khaled songs that feature T-Pain or songs from Epiphany and Three Rings. So I have a lot of bias for Epiphany and Three Rings, but I still put One Up above both of them because I think it is, like, if we're talking like facts, I think it's his best album. Number 3, I was just mentioning it, is Three Rings. Three Rings, I think, deserves the 3rd spot because I honestly just I think it was T-Pain. For a while, it was peak T-Pain. You know, like, it kind of was. I personally prefer Epiphany because of the softer, vibey music on it. I just enjoy vibey music more than, like, the kind of tracks that were on Three Rings. But I think Three Rings was, like, T-Pain at his former peak. And the reason I say former is because I think T-Pain has reached another peak with his recent music. Especially, like, listen to One Up, and then you listen to the songs he's released the last few years, like I Like That. I Like That's one of them. He's got a song, I'm not fond of the title of the song, but the song's a banger. He's got a song with Snoop Dogg called That's How We Ballin'. There's a song that he put out with some guy named Hertz called okay, we're getting off topic. Back to what I was talking about. But after I mentioned the song is called Baby Got Brap. But back to the topic at hand. Number 4 would be let's see what we got left. We got Rapper Turned Singer, Revolver, Oblivion, and the cover album. I'm not gonna count the cover album because I feel like it's good, but I don't know where to rank it because it's a cover album, you know? It's not like his other albums that were just all original tracks, you know? It's a cover album. So I'm not going to count that. So we're left with Rapper Turned Singer, Oblivion, and Revolver. I think Rapper Turned Singer is next, right after it's Revolver. And honestly, they're almost interchangeable because I think they're both good albums. I just prefer Rapper Turned Singer a little more. Because there's one song on Revolver I always skip. I don't remember the name of the song, but there is one song on Revolver I always skip. But outside of that one song, it's a good album. And that's the only thing putting it below Rapper Turned Singer is it's the first album I'm mentioning on these rankings that has a song I'll skip. Oblivion, which I usually skip like 6 songs on there. Is the worst T-Pain album. It's the only one left I did not put somewhere. And that's just how it is. I know I've like wasted half this video talking T-Pain, but whatever. Whatever, right? I have to go off topic sometimes because if I don't, then I'll run out of shit to say. Like, yeah, there's gameplay going on, but like, if I just comment on the gameplay the whole video, there's not really gonna be much going on. Like, you literally could watch anybody do that. I do try to comment when there's something like interesting going on though, but we're in a boss fight that I don't really have much to say about. It's a good final boss, but like I don't really have much to say about it. I will say though, after beating Spyro 2, it is my favorite of the trilogy. Before I beat it, 1 was my favorite because I had tried all 3 games, but I'd never beaten 2 or 3. 3 is was my least favorite and still is my least favorite, but 1 is second now and 2 is 1. What put 2 over 1 for me is 2 things. 2 things. Way better boss fights. I'm a person who loves boss fights in video games. That's why most of the types of games I play have boss fights. And a lot of times in the title of the video, I'll draw attention to the fact there's a boss fight in the video. But, The second reason. When I first started playing this game, I kind of didn't like how the levels worked. You know, they're like, you'll talk to an NPC at the start of the level. They'll give you like a task to complete throughout the level. You go through the level, you do the task, you leave. I didn't like that at first. I didn't like it at first because the only experience I had with it was the first hub world, where like a lot of those levels are piss easy. But after I got past the first hub world and started like playing levels that were a little harder, I loved it. I love it. I do think Spyro 1's earlier levels are better than Spyro 2's earlier levels, but Spyro 2's later levels and bosses are both better than Spyro 1's later levels and bosses. That's just my opinion. I think Spyro 1 gets the early levels done right. Like, I think its first 2 hub worlds beat the first hub world of this game. And the reason I say 2 is because there's like 6 hub worlds in Spyro 1 and there's 3 in this game. So I'm like, kind of like dividing it based on how much of the game takes place there, you know? But, yeah, that's just my opinion. I think Spyro 3 ain't that good. That's just my opinion. It really ain't. I've gotten pretty far in it before on the Reignited trilogy, but it's decent, I guess. I don't like that you have to collect so many eggs to beat the game. And I honestly think the levels in 3 are more formulaic than the ones in 2 were. I like the extra characters, I'll say that. I like playing as the extra characters. So that's a plus at least, but I think 2 got the bosses better. I think 2 got the levels better. You know, I think 2 just got a lot of stuff better than 3. There isn't really like a point in 3 where I'm like, yeah, it did this better like there is with 1. Because with 1, I could say its earlier levels are better than the earlier levels in Spyro 2. I could also say that I enjoy, like, I kind of miss saving the dragons. That was a big thing I loved in Spyro 1, was just freeing the dragons and hearing them say shit. I actually like that. And that's kind of missing here. The NPCs here don't really give that same feeling. But, there's more pros. There's more things Spyro 2 does right than wrong compared to Spyro 1. So, it's barely above it. Like, they're kind of like on a seesaw battling each other. They're kind of just like at war, just fighting for that top spot. And Ripto's Rage just has like the slight advantage. But yeah. I also just like Ripto better than Nasty Nork or the Empress. Or is it Empress or is it Enchantress? I don't remember her name, but I just don't care for her that much. Nasty Nork is alright. I think the main antagonist, I think out of the 3 main antagonists, Nasty Nork is definitely the weakest one, but that's just because of how little impact he kind of like. So what I like about Spyro 2 is that you actually do see some impact from the Ripto. Aside from, like, it's a different kind of impact than 1 has. 1 just has Nork showing up everywhere. And that's it. But 2 has, like, some things in the hub world. Like, you'll see Ripto banners in the hub world, and, like, there'll be some places that are negatively being affected at the moment, some of which it doesn't directly tell you in the game, but I remember reading that like some of the stuff that happens in some of the levels is directly caused by Ripto's role. And I think that is true. Ripto's just the strongest villain of the 3. So that also is like a big part in Ripto's Rage's favor, Spyro 2's favor. Like, I think it is definitely the best of the trilogy. And that's another case where the second game in the trilogy is my favorite. If you don't know, this is a trend for me. Kind of a trend for me, because my favorite BioShock game is BioShock 2, between it, the original BioShock, and Infinite. 2 is my favorite. Resident Evil 2 is my favorite Resident Evil 2 Remake is my favorite between it, Resident Evil 1, and Resident Evil 3 Remake. My favorite game in the Insane trilogy is Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. My favorite game in the Borderlands trilogy, not counting the side games like Pre-Sequel and Tales from the Borderlands. We don't acknowledge the existence of new Tales from the Borderlands. That does not exist. for good reason. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Borderlands 2 is my favorite between it, Borderlands, and Borderlands 3. It's just a common thing for me. I know, like, I don't think I think it's just coincidental, but the thing is, it always feels like the third game to me in a series either just does more of what the second game does, or like messes some things up that the second game did. Like, I don't like Crash Bandicoot Warped because of the requirement to get relics. That's what I don't like about it. You gotta get relics to see the true ending. I don't like that. I don't. I think Crash 2 and Crash 4 did it right. Crash 4 gives you the full ending. You don't get like the secret ending that you get for the extra things, but it's a secret ending. It's not the true ending. The secret ending is locked behind completion, not the real ending. So that Crash 4 does it right in that case, and then Crash 2, you just gotta get the gems. That's it. It's simple. It's a little hard in some places, but it's a fun challenge. I don't like the way Warped fucks that all up. That's literally the only... Well, no, I hate the motorcycle levels too. But that's literally the main thing I don't like about Crash Bandicoot Warped. I don't think it's the weakest in the Insane trilogy or the original Crash trilogy by any means. I think Crash 1 is the weakest in both. That being said, the relics are literally the main reason it's under Crash 2 for me. The eggs are the main reason, with a couple other reasons that I mentioned earlier. The Spyro 3 is below Spyro 2 for me, but also Spyro 1. Because I can complete Spyro 2 and 1. I can't complete the eggs. But anyway, I've done enough rambling for this video. Oh yeah, for Resident Evil, 3 is just too easy, and 1 has the fixed camera, but that's kind of it. Anyway, we're going to be ending off the video here. Bye!